Well, I decided to get busy on the doors because I want to lighten them up as much as I can. And this is the driver's door. You can see the mess that was down in them. This is the stuff that rots the bottoms out. And of course these mice, this thing has been sitting for who knows how long. And mice like to make nests and things, but yeah, the door bottoms are gone. They do sell replacement ones. I have a line on some. I will do some more shopping. But anyway, I pulled the support out of the truck. And what I had to do too, get some light on it here, is to pull this piece out down in here because it was in the way to get some of the bolts out of that bracket down there. But it's out. The issue that I have is I don't know exactly where the fender sits because it's loose, okay? So if I put in a support in here and pull this fender in, I mean, there's not much there, but I mean, it could go out some too. You can see the flex in it. And if I leave it, set it like the old one, it might be okay. I don't know, but what I'd like to do is take the door and set it into the frame and then get this fender to align with the door. Because by doing that, then, I can make that support and that fender will fasten right up to the support and it'll be solid, and it'll just be in line with the door rather than being in too far or out too far. So this is the passenger door. I took it apart yesterday and this was way worse as far as garbage. They had mice. Where was it? It was built up in here. It was up like that. That was all solid nice junk nest and stuff. And this had the broken window in it and all the rest of the pieces that held I took out the regulator and but anyway, the pieces that all fastened to the regulator had come off, and so I'm in the process of putting that all together. I'll show you this regulator too and see what you think. I really think these little deals here, there's two of them, and you've got a channel or a door sash that sits on top of this, and then your window fits into that door sash. Well, anyway, when you crank this up, the door sash sits in place and it just goes up and down, but this goes back and forth a little bit. So I'm thinking that these things are supposed to roll. I've got them broke loose, but the problem is that the whole, I don't know if you can see that or not, but the whole stud's moving, and I don't think that's right. I think what I'm going to do is take these out and get some nylon rollers the same sizes. I got new sash pieces coming. So when those get here, I'll size up some little brown nylon things and then mount those in place there. That way they will spin. And I think that'll just make your window go up and down so much easier. But everything was greased up well, I'll give it that. Of course, it's protected up in the door. On this side here, I haven't taken out yet. But, it's over here. But this has got a good spring in it. But I ordered a couple springs. The other side the spring was broken. window channel. It's in place over there, but the channel itself, of course, this is all going to be replaced, is coming out. And well, I guess that one has that over there, but it's over here. I don't know if that window channel comes all the way down in here. I'm guessing it probably does. You can see where it kind of stops and is rusted out there. But my guess is that it goes down that channel of the window there underneath, and it just kind of lays on this thing. So I don't know. Play with it, I guess. I ordered some channel. It's coming. I sit down last night and put in an order to Jim Carter Trucks for $400, and it's just excuse me, it's steel or seals, pretty much rubber. I got goes around here. You can kind of see some of it still left, and it goes down the door. There's a seal there, and of course you got your window channel on each side, and then I bought the rubber for the front window, the back window. There's a kick panel that goes right across the bottom. I'll show you the other side, and it's got a piece of that I can't think of what they call it right now, but right here, this piece right here. I ordered 2 of those. But the other issue, I mean, I'll get all that. You can see here's some more of that stuff. Goes up the inside. I got all the new rubber bumpers. Yeah, but it's all the seals and everything, so I should be set for that. The issue that I'm thinking about, though, is this plate. But I'm not going to horse around with that. I am going to pull that whole plate off of there. You can see there are 3 screws that hold it on. But you also see that's where the front cab mounts to the frame. So you can't take that off with the cab on the frame. So my idea, and there's some bolts up underneath there that you can remove the front, but you can see how gnarly it is on the bottom here. It's all rusty up in the corner, and of course this one is the same way. It's not quite as bad, but you see how this plate's all cracked. Yeah, I don't understand why that's like that, but I took the other side out. I'll show you that in a second, but it's just a mess. You know, it's just all rusty, and so we're going to rebuild it as much as we can. Cut that out and then fasten it back in the way it's supposed to. The guy that did it, if you had it up before, they welded it, and then it just makes it a pain. You can't take it out. So, but you see this big old dent in the fender? That's going to be a challenge to get out of there because it's down behind. I'll have to get on my back and work on that somehow, but yeah, that one's going to be a pain. But anyway, those are some of the things that we're running into with the truck. And this is with any restoration. You get that. There's that other kick panel, or whatever that is. This is where, I can't think of what comes up through there. But there's a grommet that goes in that. This is where your dimmer switch sits. But you can see how rusty it was. Yeah, it's not in very good shape. But it's just tedious, slow work. So, but it has to be done. When it's done, it'll be, you know, nice. Everything will be restored. I see now why restored vehicles sell for a lot of money, because there's a lot of time put into these things. But that's all we got for now, so I'll let you go and bring it back when I got some more. Thanks for watching. Well, there's my door lifting putting in place method. See, I tied it on with a rubber bungee, and what is nice is I can just take and lift this up to the height that I want it and put it in place. That bungee cord might be a problem. Yeah, because it's gonna hit. Yeah, it's gonna hit. I'll have to change that around. But anyway, you got the idea. So we're gonna put that door in place, and then we're gonna mark our fender where it's supposed to be, or our, not fender, but the cowl, I guess. Get that figured out. Get it set in place. Then I can put my pieces in there. So that's the plan. I was thinking too, what I might do is run that 2x2 angle up to here. Cut it off and then offset the piece back in. Yeah, and then bring it up and put it and weld it onto the, you know, the 4-foot piece. I can just offset it and push it back in, bring that up in there, and then that way it'll, this surface here will be flush with this support. That's the plan. Let's see if it works. Well, the door is in place. I'll show you what some of the issues are though. I got my belt line to match pretty good. This looks like it's down just a smidgen there, but it lines up down here. And you got a good gap going around the top of your door. Alright. But as you come down the door, you get down past about right here, and your gap starts opening up. You know, it's not severe, but you know, it ain't gonna be perfect. But this side, you can see your gap coming off of your door here, and then it gets real tight right here. Why? Because I think I messed up by welding that. I think I'm going to cut that and bring this out just a little bit, tack it, and get your door put into place, because you get down here and your gap gets pretty large. You know, I can almost put my finger in it there. Here, it's, you know, you can see the difference. But it's hanging. And as you can see too, my fender needs to come out just a little bit. Just a little bit. This is why I wanted to put the door into place. Because the bottom of the door, well, I don't know. I just didn't have it pushed in all the way. It's closed. About right there where I gotta set it. So I'll have to get a measurement for that. But anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that gap. That gap's not right there. You can see at the bottom, I've got quite a large gap, so that's gotta shrink. I'm still thinking about cutting this right here. Probably have to cut both sides. And what I'd like to get would be put something between the back of the cab, right there, and here, and be able to push it. I don't know exactly what I could get, but anyway, it's there. You know, it's just a matter of getting things set up properly before we do any welding and positioning of supports and stuff of that sort.